BrawlStars is getting a new rarity. Yes, if you aren't caught up yet, the premiere for the latest Brawl Talk has appeared. We can see in the title that there will be a new rarity added to the game. So now the question is, what will it be called? Where will it be placed? And how many credits will it cost? Will brawlers have their rarities changed? And how will this affect the game? Let's discuss all of this in this video. First of all, what will the rarity be called? Well, currently we have rare, super rare, mythic, epic, and legendary. I said that in the wrong order, but doesn't matter. What would the new rarity be called? Looking at the game like Fortnite, which has a similar rarity system of common, rare, super rare, epic, and legendary, their new rarity was exotic, and I personally don't think this is a bad shout. However, there is a lot more it can be. So I decided to ask my friend ChatGPT to see what it thinks. If you were to add a new rarity, a rarity system that currently has rare, super rare, epic, mythic, and legendary, what would you add and what would it be called? Transcendent? Interesting. Oh, these are more... Okay. Well, this is suggesting that it's going to be above legendary, but we can't be sure about that. Let me say, give me 20, but don't assume it'll be above there. Okay. Unusual. Enchanted. Radiant. It doesn't sound like BrawlStars. That's the thing. I'm just not 100% sure, but you know, something like Transcendent, maybe. Like you know the announcer for the Star Drops. He goes like rare, super rare. Imagine him saying Transcendent. It could be funny. You know, we'll see. So yeah, it proves to be a little hard to come up with good ideas, but I'm sure Supercell have one that will fit perfectly into the game. So that brings us to the next point. Where will this rarity be placed? I heavily doubt they'll be between rare and super rare, as Supercell have not been adding any brawlers of those rarities forever due to how easy they are to get with credits. Between super rare and epic could be possible, but it still feels a little off. Where it starts to be more realistic is between epic and mythic, or between mythic and legendary. I heavily doubt it'll be above legendary, as legendary brawlers are known for the most unique kits, and I don't think that the game would be very fair if there was a kit that surpasses legendary. And why do I think it'll be between epic and mythic? Well, as that is where the majority of the brawlers in the game lie. Like, just log into the game right now. There are 28 epic brawlers and 31 mythics. Together, that is 59 out of the 90 total brawlers in the game. We need to do something to sort that out. So, assuming that'll be between mythic and epic, how many credits will this rarity cost on the Star Road? An epic is currently 950 and a mythic is 1900. So a guess of around 1300 to 1400 would make sense, but I feel like instead of this, all the other credit prices will shift slightly. I think the epics will remain 950 and this rarity will be around 1500. Mythics will go from 1900 to 2300 and legendary goes from 3800 to 4200. Again, this is all just speculation. Which brings me to the third point, where I believe that there will be a few brawlers that will shift in rarity. And what do I mean by this? Let me kind of demonstrate in an interesting way. Right here is every single epic and mythic brawler in the game, and I will upgrade the epics or downgrade the mythics that I think will be in this in-between rank. And for the sake of ease, let me just call it exotic because it sounds right. Well, here we go. So this is my personal ranking on where each brawler should be based on like their mechanics and stuff. I think Angelo should remain epic. Like his kit is kind of like normal, like the baseline. Same goes for Berry, BB, Ash, and B. They all seem like epic brawlers, but with Belle, like her bouncing mechanics feels kind of like an exotic thing, maybe. And same goes for Bonnie. I think Bo used to be super rare, and I think like he just deserves to be epic. Buster is actually kind of an interesting choice. His mechanic is kind of interesting. I think I might put him in exotic. Buzz is mythic for sure. Byron, I think Byron could be an exotic actually. He has a pretty unique mechanic. Charlie stays mythic. Chuck, I think Chuck fits an exotic quite nicely. I'm not sure what you guys think. Clancy definitely should stay mythic. Like he is pretty close to Surge, who's a legendary. Colette is definitely epic. Doug, I mean, he can revive people. That's kind of a unique ability. I might put him in exotic, but I'm like borderline. I'm not too sure. Edgar should stay epic. Ems as well, not too interesting. Eve, yeah. Fang definitely deserves to be mythic. Finks definitely has to be mythic. He's very unique. Frank should stay as an epic. Gale... pushback. Oh, Gale's quite interesting. His pushback and his gadgets and his whole kit. Actually, I'm gonna keep him an epic. Same goes for Jean, but Gray... I think Gray is more of an exotic brawler than a mythic. Like, his portals are... Actually, I might be taking myself back. I think he should stay mythic. Griff, definitely epic. Grom, epic for sure. I think Hank should be exotic, because, you know, he has a pretty unique attack. Janet stays mythic. Juju... Oops. Juju deserves mythic. Laurie... I think Laurie should be exotic. Pretty unique brawler. Lily, definitely mythic. Lola... I think Lola can be exotic. I'm not 100% sure. Lou should stay mythic. Lumi... Ooh, this is tough. I think Lumi should stay mythic. Maisie's definitely epic. Mandy, epic for sure. Max, mythic, definitely. I think Meeple could be exotic. Like, he is a pretty interesting kit, and attacking through walls is really cool. Melody, mythic for sure. Miko, mythic. Mo, I think Mo can be downgraded to exotic, actually. Like, he's a pretty, like, he doesn't stay in his draw form for long. Like, that's not, like, it's not like Bonnie, where you can, like, choose which one you can be. It's only, like, for a short period of time. So I feel like the less control makes him exotic. Mortis, definitely mythic. I think people would complain if it was exotic, if he was downgraded. Mr. P, mythic as well, in my opinion. Nani, I think Nani could be exotic, based on, like, you know, I think it's pretty cool. Ollie should stay mythic. Otis should stay epic. Pam, epic, of course. Piper, epic, of course. Pearl as well. RT, definitely a mythic brawler. Ruffs, I think Ruffs could be in between. Like, actually, maybe epic. More, I'm leaning on epic. Sam could be exotic. I think he is quite interesting and unique brawler, especially with his hypercharge. Shade definitely gets upgraded to exotic, in my opinion. Sprout, I think Sprout... I think Sprout should be exotic, actually. Squeak should stay... Squeak also exotic, actually. I changed my mind. Stu should stay epic. Tara, definitely a mythic brawler. And Willow, definitely mythic. I mean, I kind of went through this quite quickly, so I might change my mind in a bit, but... Yeah, this is the kind of idea I'm going for. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, well, that's my humble opinion. You can disagree with me if you wish, and let me know in the comments what you would have done. Lastly, let's move on to the last point. How will a new rarity affect the game? You may not think it'll be much, but what about the star drop? They're currently tied to the current rarity system. Will they get an extra upgrade chance? What about the skins? Will there be a new skin rarity to accommodate this new rarity? This is all very interesting to talk about, and I can't wait to see the new Brawl Talk and hear how this new rarity will work and what it will be called, provided that this video is finished before the Brawl Talk, which I sure hope it is. And that's all. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.